Hello, good morning, and welcome back to the channel. It's called Empowerment, where we employ art to process our emotions and to help us have guidance along our spiritual journeys. So this channel is for people who are on an intentional growth path, whatever that means for you. It can be easy to get lost and taken over by our emotions, but I find when I can externalize them through art and get them moving through my body, either through dance or art or play or exercise or tapping, then I feel much better and I'm a vessel. Let's just take a deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. One more deep breath with a sigh. In through the nose. Out through the mouth. So this is either moons crying or happy cells. I'm not sure which one it is. It kind of looks like both. I've been thinking a lot about health on the cellular level. And I'm drinking my tea with my Frida Kahlo mug. I'm making Irish black tea and I add collagen to it with a little bit of stevia and some either coconut milk or almond milk. All right, so this reading is also for the full moon in Gemini, which is coming up either tomorrow, the 11th, or on December 12th, Thursday, depending on where you are. It's coinciding with the 12/12 portal. If you haven't seen that video, you can check it out on my feed. I did that a few days ago. So let's investigate the overall theme for the full moon in Gemini. Now, this could be bringing to completion some things that started at the new moon in Gemini, which was 6 months ago in June. Also happens to be my birthday month. I am a Gemini, sun sign, and Venus sign. So spirit guides, angels, ancestors, any beneficent beings. One card, please, for the overall energies of the full moon in Gemini. We got the Lovers in reverse. So it's definitely a powerful energy of union, energy of coming together, of romance, of loving yourself. Oops. Whoa. My cards got. I started to shuffle them and mix them all up upside down. Okay. So there's also an energy of this card of the earth and sky connection, but there's something in the way. The clouds. And also the lovers don't look too loving right now. The divine feminine is reaching out a hand, but the divine masculine is not taking it. He looks sort of like forlorn or ashamed. And it looks like the tree of the garden of good and evil, like in the biblical story of Genesis, where the snake whispers that she can find knowledge by eating an apple. And then that leads to the fall. So I think that's why it came up in reverse, is it's showing more of that energy of tension or deceit or shame, or seeking for knowledge, seeking for truth, and wanting to do it together, but there's a hesitation. It's interesting how you start seeing different things in the cards depending on what's emerging. So full moon in Gemini, we will look at the energies for the divine masculine, divine feminine, and union energies. So let's do the divine masculine first. One card, please, for the overall theme of the full moon in Gemini for the divine masculine. This is the Three of Pentacles, mastery over his craft. And then what is challenging the divine masculine? Major arcana here. This is the Judgment card. So a time of fulfillment, of consequences, or an announcement of something that he's been waiting for, a culminating moment, a desired transformation, a moral awakening, a searching of conscience. It kind of is reminiscent of this card. You have both the nakedness, which is like vulnerability. You have the divine feminine, more involved, reaching out to this trumpet. There's more of a connection between earth and heaven, sky here. The trumpet is breaking through the clouds, and divine masculine is more observing in a way. Divine feminine is more involved. So he could be, feeling ashamed or feeling concerned about some action from the past, maybe regret how he's been interacting with the divine feminine. And then what's challenging him is awaiting the repercussions of that, the evaluation, the judgment, the consequences. So what is supporting the divine masculine? The Four of Pentacles. It's getting a lot of pentacles. So what's supporting the divine masculine? It's interesting that this comes in the position of support, because usually this is a card about being a miser, like keeping your money to yourself. This person doesn't look very generous. He's holding on tight, but I guess, and he has a whole bag behind him that he's trying to like hide and protect. But perhaps that's supporting him is to kind of take stock of his financial world and be judicious in his spending, not overspend, and evaluate, be more internal and protective of his finances during this time as he's honing his craft, becoming a master. So what is the overall energy for the divine feminine? And these are energies we each carry within us. So, this can be an aspect of you and your relationship to mastery and finances. Oh, more pentacles. So we have the Knight of Pentacles. So that's a message coming forward regarding finances. It's a very vibrant card. That did come up in reverse. So perhaps the message has already come through, and that's an energy that's moving through, or there's a block to that message coming through. What is challenging the divine feminine? Major arcana, the Sun. which is happiness. So maybe she's hesitating to allow full happiness in. And what is supporting her is action and energy and alignment with the Eight of Pentacles. This is about things coming into fullness in the physical world with a lot of velocity. Okay, so let's look at the union energies. The Six of Wands, it's a celebration. What's challenging the union energies? Another major arcana. It's interesting that the challenging is all the major arcana here. Otherwise, we have just pentacles and wands. It's all about the physical plane and prosperity, finances, one's vocation. The Wheel of Fortune, cycles, seasons, recurring events, the passing of time. So this is, the Wheel of Fortune moves, there's a change. Change is the only constant in life. So the cycles are shifting. This is a time of completion, but that also can be challenging because with every new beginning, there's an ending, a needing to let go. Maybe it's the ending of something that was enjoyable. And what is supporting the union energy? Oh, the King of Cups. Our first cup. Well, this is about mastery of emotions, confidence in love, fulfillment. Let's see, why is the I'm going to get some clarity on a few cards. Why is the Four of Pentacles here for the Divine Masculine? Nine of Wands. So this is coming right after the Eight of Wands. So there's some parallel energies with the Divine Masculine and Feminine here. So this is after, the velocity towards something coming to fulfillment. When that is in place, you can see the wands are now standing up behind him. He's like protecting and guarding his wands, creating a strong boundary. Yeah, so that's very aligned with this protection of the finances. So strong boundary regarding the success of the Divine Masculine in dealing with the physical plane, the three-dimensional world that we're living in. And what about the Knight of Pentacles in reverse for the Divine Masculine? I mean, Divine Feminine. Ooh. Cards are jumpy, but not. Ooh. Got two cards. Okay. We got the Empress, another major arcana. And we got fulfillment, the Four of Wands, like happy family. Kind of almost looks like Mary and Joseph from like a creche scene for Advent as they're preparing for Jesus, but instead of a baby, they have grapes. Abundance for sure. Stability. So there's communication coming in regarding her vocation, which is in the spiritual realm of the spiritual nature. This is the High Priestess, Major Arcana. So she's really embodying, oh no, this is the Empress. Sorry. The Empress, embodying her divine nature. This is as the divine feminine, taking authority in her seat of spiritual power as a woman, as a goddess. So, and welcoming in her emotional fulfillment and home and family with the Four of Wands. And what about the Eight of Wands for the divine feminine? Oh, Eight of Swords, the entrapment. So there's still some stress around what is moving forward with velocity and needing to let go of emotional pain. But coming out of this, because this is in reverse. And let's see, anything else? How about on the major theme, the Lovers? So new communication, the Knight of Wands, about something in the physical realm, but that's still in reverse. So what's needed to shift that and move it forward? Oh, the Nine of Swords. So really we do need to work through our mental and mental trauma. This moon is bringing forward anything that has not yet been resolved. So take gentle care of yourself. And what will be available after resolving this mental anguish? Oh, defending the turf. There's a lot of the 7, 8, 9 of wands. Oh, 6, 7, 8, 9. So really that cycle of mastery of the physical plane. Yeah, so there's a dynamic between the mental anguish and trauma and regrets and remorse, and then taking action in the physical plane and allowing the Wheel of Fortune to move. So yes, definitely a time to be gentle with yourself, to take stock and do some energy work or tapping around old patterns that are coming up for resolution. So let's look for guidance from the wisdom of the Oracle. What will support us in allowing emotional fulfillment and the sun energy? As the Wheel of Fortune moves through the cycles of life. But there's a lot that we're dealing with here. Those final moments of 2019 and of the decade. Really want to start with a clean slate for 2020. Round and round. It's very aligned with the Wheel of Fortune. The spiral quality of events when a lesson isn't quite integrated. Yes. Yeah, there's something in all of this tension that isn't fully integrated. Cycles you are challenged to break, revisiting a pattern from a new perspective. Hello. The appearance of this card is a reminder that although it may appear you've gone backwards, the truth is you are standing at a higher level, looking down into your circumstances. You will learn something, do something better, and break a cycle set up in the past. Yay! You actually have a bird's eye view of your initial footprints and can access the wisdom and lessons learned. Well, that's encouraging. Are you wondering, how did I get here again? Does something feel familiar right now in your dynamics with others? Maybe a little too familiar. Don't be surprised that you found yourself repeating an old story with the same sort of person who may not look similar, but who attracted you because of your easy acquaintance with his or her qualities. Your relationship is a mix of what is good and what is potentially challenging. You have been drawn to this person through the perfection of Spirit's plan for your evolution. You may have circled back to an accustomed spot, a familiar place, but that's fine as you get to do things again, only differently this time, for you learned something of great value since the last time around. How will you choose to behave now that you're aware? Remain curious and stay out of the blame game. Prosperity message. If you're in a scenario that appears to be an echo of something that's already happened in the past in your work life, it is because you're being invited to see what you couldn't see before. This is a perfect time for you to look at the deeper motives you have and your attraction to the opportunities and people who have entered your life to be part of your journey to prosperity. Who helps you navigate? Who sabotages you? Who supports you? What are the familiar signs and your responses to them when you find yourself in a repeat of a pattern of the past? It's a good time to get a coach or mentor who can help you see what you can't on your own. Repeat what works, not what doesn't. Then you will free yourself from the old cycles and cease going round and round. Yes, I definitely agree that having someone external can help you see your own patterns more clearly and kind of hold up that proverbial mirror. So just find someone who's very gentle and loving, because that can be hard to see the truth sometimes. So thank you so much. If you would like your own private reading similar to this one, do let me know. I would be happy to offer that to you. In abundant love always. Bye.